Good morning. Good morning, students. Just give me 5 minutes to arrange and download my slide. 5 minutes. Okay, so today we will discuss about Employee State Insurance Act 1948 by Government of India. So we are still discussing occupational hazard. This is the last topic of occupational hazard which we are going to discuss today. So Government of India has introduced Employee State Insurance Act in 1948. So this will be we will try to cover all these topics like introduction, objective of the act, applicability of the act, non-applicability of the act, definitions, employee state insurance corporations, their duties, standing committee, medical benefit councils, ESI contributions, ESI benefits, panelists, and damages, and conclusions. So most of the things this act will cover. ESI Act is usually ESI Act was implemented so that the health benefits and other social benefits to the employee or industrial workers or agriculture workers or at the level of mostly industrial workers should get all the health benefits and social securities. Okay, so introduction. ESI scheme of India is a multi-dimensional social ESI scheme of India is multi-dimensional social security system tailored to provide socio-economic protections to the world to the worker population and their dependents covered under the scheme. Pioneering measures in social insurance in India. This was a pioneering measure in social insurance in India. Originally, it was called as Workman's State Insurance Bill. It was introduced in 1946. It came into force on 19th April 1948. Objective of the Act were it is to provide certain benefits to employees in case of sickness, maternity, and employment injuries, to employees of factories and establishments, and also to make provisions for certain other matter incidental thereto. Applicability of the Act. The provisions of the Act is extended and it's also applicable to smaller power using factories with 10 to 19%, non-power factories with 20 or more percent, shops, hotels and restaurants, cinema including preview theaters, newspaper establishments, road motor transport undertaking employing 20 or more persons. Non-applicability of the Act is the Act, however, does not apply to mine or railway running shed and specific seasonal factories. The state government may extend the provisions of the Act to cover other establishments or class of establishments, industries, commercial, agricultural, or otherwise, in the consult with ESI Corporation and with the approval of central government after getting 6 months notice of its intention to do so in the official gazette. So in mine and railway sheds and some specific seasonal factories, it's not applicable, but the state government can extend it after consulting to ESI Corporation and central government. Now, coming to the definitions of definitions, employee. As per the so, what is the definition of employee? Any person employed for wages in or in connection with the work of a factory or establishment to which this act applies, and who is directly employed by principal employer on any work of or incidental or preliminary to or connection with the work of the factory establishment, whether such worker is done by the employee in the factory or establishment or immediate employer. Immediate employer is defined as in relation to employee employed by or through him, means a person who has undertaken an execution on the premises of factory or establishment to which this act applies, or under the supervision of the principal employer or his agent. The principal employer means in this behalf or where no authority is so appointed, The head of the department, okay, in the factory, the owner or occupier of the factory and includes the managing agent of such owner or occupier in any establishment under the control of any department of any government of India, the authority applied, the authority appointed by such government and any other establishment, any any person responsible for supervision and control of establishment. The Employee State Insurance Corporation. Now, what exactly it is? So, there were a couple of definitions. Please read these definitions carefully and try to remember it as possible, as specific as possible, because a lot of legal terms are used here and the legal sentences are used. Okay. Central government may has establishment administrative body of administration of the scheme or employees. State insurance according with sorry, I'll just repeat this whole sentence. It's a little confusing. Again, it's a legal way of saying things. Central government may have established administrative body for the administration of scheme of employees, state insurance accordance with the provisions of this act, and corporations to be known as Employee State Insurance Corporation. The corporation shall consist of the following members, namely, the chairman to be appointed by central government, a vice chairman to be appointed by central government, no more than 5 persons to be appointed by the central government, one person each representing each of the in which okay, one person each representing each of the in which this act is in force, to be appointed by the state government and concerned. One person to be appointed by central government to represent the union territories. One representing employees to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organization of employers as may be considered for the purpose of the central government. Persons representing employees to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organizations of employees as may be recognized for the purpose of central government. Two persons representing the medical profession to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organization of medical practitioners as may be recognized for the purpose of central government. Three members of parliament, of whom two shall be members of House of the People, that is Lok Sabha, and one shall be the member of Council State, Rajya Sabha, elected representatively by the members of House of People and the members of Council of State. The Director General of the corporation or ex officio. Now coming to standing committee, the standing committee of corporation shall be constituted from among its members, consisting of the chairman appointed by central government, three members of corporation appointed by the central government, 8 members elected by the corporation representing employees and medical profession, and parliament. Standing committee empowered The Standing Committee is empowered to shall administer to administer the affair of corporation, to submit the consideration and decision of the corporation, have discretion they have discretion on other issues of corporation. So what are the medical benefits of the council? The central government shall constitute a medical benefit council considering of the Director General of Employees State Insurance Corporation ex officio as chairman, the Director General Health Services ex officio as co-chairman, the medical commissioner of corporation ex officio, one member each representing each of the state other than union territories in which this act is in force, to be appointed by the state government concerned. Three members representing employers, to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organization of employers as may be recognized for the purpose of the central government. Three members representing employees, to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organization of employees as may be recognized for the purpose of central government, and three members of whom not less than one shall be a woman representing the medical profession, to be appointed by central government in consultation with such organizations of medical practitioners as may be recognized for the purpose of not the purpose by central government. The duties of medical benefit council. The medical benefit council shall advise the corporation and standing committee on matters relating to the administration of medical benefits and certification of purpose of grant of benefits and other connected matters, to have such powers and duties to have such powers and duties of investigation as may be prescribed in relation to complaints such as medical practitioners in connection with medical treatment and attendance, perform such duties in connection with medical treatment and attendance as may be specified in regulations. Now, ESI contribution. ESI scheme ESI scheme being contributory in nature, all the employees in the factories or establishment to which the Act applies shall be insured in the manner to provide by the Act. The contribution payable to the corporation in respect of an employee shall comprise of employer's contribution and employee's contribution at a specific rate. The rates are revised from time to time. Currently, the employee's contribution rate is 1.75% of the wages, and that of employers is 4.75% of the wages, paid or payable in respect of employees in every wage period. For newly implemented areas, the contribution rate is 1% for of the wages of employee and 3% payable by employers for first 24 months. Employees in receipt of daily average wage of 137 rupees are exempted from the payment of contribution. Employers will, however, contribute their own share in respect of these employees. Now, collection and contribution. Excuse me. Yeah. Now, collection and connection of contribution. An employer An employer is liable to pay his contribution in respect of every employee and deduct employee's contribution from wage bill and shall pay these contributions at the above specified rate to the corporation within 15 days of the last day of the calendar month in which the contribution fall due. The corporation has authorized designated branches for of the state government of India and some other banks to receive the payment on its behalf. Contribution period of the contribution period and benefit periods are 1st April to 30th September, 1st Jan of the following year of 30th June, and 1st October of 31st March of the year following, that is 1st July to 31st December. So these are the benefits which are being provided by ESI under ESI scheme. The sickness and extended sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependence benefit, medical benefits, and funeral benefits. All the benefits under the ESI scheme are paid in cash except medical benefits, which is given in kind. Sickness and extended sickness benefit. It represents the periodical payment made to an insured person for the period of certified sickness after completing 9 months in insurable employment. To qualify, contribution should be for minimum 78 days in the relevant period. Maximum duration for benefit is 91 days. Rates of payment vary from rupees 14 to 125 rupees per day, that is average of 50% of the daily wages. The maternity benefit, it implies cash payment to an insured woman in case of confinement or miscarriages or sickness arising out of pregnancy and premature birth. Women should have contributed for minimum of 70 days in the preceding 2 consecutive contribution period. Daily rate of benefit doubles the standard sickness benefit rate, that is full wages. Normally payable for maximum of 12 weeks for confinement and 6 weeks for miscarriages or medical treatment of pregnancy. The disabled benefit in case of temporary disability arising out of employment injury. These benefit is admissible for the entire period. certified by an insurance medical officer practitioner, for which the insured person does not work does not work for wages. Rate payable not less than 70% of the daily wages at the minimum of 3 days of incapacity is required. In case injury results in permanent, partial, or total loss of earning capacity, periodical payment to be made for life. One-time lump sums is permissible in certain cases. Now, dependents benefit: a periodical pension paid to dependents for deceased where death occurs out of employment, injury, or disease. Widows, three-fifths of the in widows, three-fifths of the benefits, three-fifths of the benefit rate for life or until remarriage. For children, two-fifths of the benefit rate until 18 years of age. A total amount of disbursement should not exceed the ceiling of disablement benefit and benefit not paid to the married daughter. Now, in terms of medical benefit, the treatment continues even if person goes out of coverage till sickness ends. Okay. The package covers all aspects of health care of the primary to super specialty. The package covers all aspects of health care from primary to super specialist facilities such as outpatient treatment, domiciliary treatment, specialist consultation and diagnostic facilities, X-ray and lab investigations, ambulance services, etc. Funeral benefit expenses, funeral expenses, an amount of rupees 10,000 is payable to the dependent or the person who perform late rites from day one of entering insurable employment. Coming to penalties and damages, the punishment of false statement. In this case, any false statement or false representation shall be punishable with the imprisonment of rupees 2,000 or with both. The punishment of failure to pay contributions are if any person fails to pay any contribution which is under this act, he is liable to pay. He shall be punishable or imprisoned up to 3 years. Punishment for the contravention. The contraventions like dismisses, discharges, reduces or otherwise punishes or employees shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 1 year or with fine up to 4,000 or with both. Power to recover damage. The employer fails to if employer fails to pay the amount of contribution, then corporation may recover from the employer by way of penalty. Power of court to make orders. If court makes order of employer, if employer is not able to make this order within period of employer, shall be punishable with imprisonment and respect thereof by US 85, and shall also be liable to pay fine up to 1000 rupees every day. Coming to the coverage, IT covers all the state except uh, IT covers all the state except Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, and Arunachal Pradesh also. It covers all union territories except Dadra, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, and Lakshadweep Islands. The scheme is notified in 325 complete districts out of 393 districts where scheme was partially implemented, and 89 districts headquarters out of non-implemented districts. The coverage as on March 31st, 2016 are number of insured person family units are 2.13 crore, number of employees 1.89 crore, total number of beneficiaries are 8.28 crore, number of insured women are 3.78 lakhs, number of employers etc. are 7.83 lakhs. The coverage as of 31st March 2017 are number of insured persons and family units are 3.19 crores. Total number of beneficiaries are 12.37 crores. This Act provides Social Security scheme for employees drawing wages not exceeding 21,000. This scheme framed under the Act aims at providing for certain cash benefits to employee in the event of sickness, maternity, employment injury, and medical facilities in kind. This Act also has provisions to identify the employees who are entitled to get benefits. Okay, so here we conclude this ESI Act, but I would like to add few things in this Act. There are certain amendments which has happened in this Act. I would like to discuss that also. There were a couple of amendments which have happened. That was the basic presentation. Okay, changes in ESIC and ESI Act with effect from 1st October 2019 are. So this is the organogram of ESI Act. At the topmost person is Union Labor Minister. Then under him there is a Union Labor Secretary. Then under him there is a Director General. Then Finance Commissioner. These are the people who work under Director General. There is a Finance Commissioner, Medical Commissioner, Insurance Commissioner, and Deans. The officer in charge and other to staff members. The Government of India, in this pursuit of expanding the social security coverage to more and more people, started program of special registration of employers and employee from December 2016 to June 2017, and also decided to extend the coverage of the scheme to all the districts in the country in phased manner. The wage the wage ceiling of coverage was also enhanced from rupees 15,000 per month to rupees 21,000 from 1st January 2017. ESI Act in 1948 is a social security and self-contributory health insurance scheme. The benefits of ESI Act in 1948 was medical benefits, depart, yeah. So these were the inclusion: medical benefits, department benefits, sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, and funeral benefit. So ESI applicability was increased to salaried person if gross wages is less than 21,000 in a month. For daily wages earners, daily wage rate exceeds 176 per day. The income limit for availing the medical benefits for dependent the income limit for availing the medical benefits for dependent parents of an insured person covered under ESI scheme has been enhanced from the exceeding rupees 5,000 per month from all sources to 9,000 per month. The Employee State Insurance Scheme Amendment Rules in 2019 were the changes in ESI with effect from 1st October 2019. Employees must be registered online on the date of appointment. The online system shall allow maximum 10 days to register the new employee. Employee will have to collect their biometrics ESI permanent card from nearest branch office. The contribution against employee must be deposited within the due date. You shall not be able to deposit contribution online after 42 days from the end date of the contribution period. Employee whose per day salary is rupees 176 or less need not to pay employees contribution, and the same will be paid by government. However, employer will have to pay their share of the contribution. Yeah, so employees ESI contribution plus employers ESI contribution gives rise to total ESI contribution, that is 6.5% of gross salary. ESIC update. The rate of contribution under the ESI Act has been reduced from 6.50% to 4%, which is employers' contribution reduced from 4.75% to 3.25%, and employees' contribution reduced from 1.75% to 0.75%. Reduced rate will be effective from 1st July 2019. reduced rate will be applicable from 1st of July. So ESI contribution, then prevalent rates, and the, so these are the changes which were made. So employee share has been reduced, and owner share also has been reduced by 1%, I think. Yeah, 1% for employee share and owner share 1.5%, I guess. Yeah. This act does not apply to mines, railway running sheds, government factories or establishments, and Indian naval, military or air force. Other government notified exempted establishments. The benefit of smart card are medical treatment is available in any ESI dispensary, center and ESI hospital all over the India. As per the rule, smart card will be accepted for lifelong. No need to take new card when employee is changing its job or office. It is it is com- it is comfortable to carry always by insured person and their families. Employee and their family members details can change or updated without any objections. The insured person uh, the insured person's health records will be available online for any future treatment required for the person in all ESIC scheme centers. Anyone can find the details easily of insured person in his family members by logging into IP number or esic.in. Temporary and permanent workers can use this facility of smart card to avail all the above benefits easily. The following benefits are provided under the Section 46 Social Benefits: medical benefit, sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependent benefit, funeral benefits, and other benefits. We are repeating this slide more and more. ESI scheme today. Okay. And okay, thank you for listening to the ESI scheme. With this, we finish occupational hazards chapter. We will start a new chapter from next week onwards. I'll let you know what is the chapter, what is the topic. Thank you, and we request you please pay your fees to the institution. We are getting information that you guys are not able to pay the fees. Please pay your fees regularly. Please pay your fees so that the institution work, and even our salaries are being stuck because of non-payment of the fees. We all request you to please pay your fees dues as early as possible.